In this video I'll show you 3 different ways to use the zoom animation in PowerPoint to create amazing presentations like this one. This effect is super easy to create, so if you're a beginner in PowerPoint, this tutorial is perfect for you. Okay, so for the first one we're gonna start by changing the background color of our slide. I'm gonna pick this yellow right here that I think is gonna work great with my content. And next we're gonna add our image of our folder. I got this one from Adobe Stock Images, but on ChatGPT, you can create a very similar image by using this prompt that I have here. I'm gonna put it in the description box of this video as well, so you can have it. So the folder stands out a little bit more. I'm going to add a shadow. So go to Picture Format, then on Picture Effects, Shadow, and I'm just gonna add this shadow right here. If you want to customize it, just right click on it, click on Format Picture, then on Shadow, and here let's increase the blur, let's change the angle slightly, and also move the distance a little bit like this. Perfect, so now we're gonna add 5 blank slides, or as many slides as you need. I'm just using Ctrl D to duplicate them. And we'll go back to the second slide, and here we'll add our content. For these text boxes, I'm using the font Avenir Bold for the headline, and Avenir Regular for the body text. Let's go to the next slide, and here we're just gonna paste an image. If you go to Picture Format, you can select one of these frames and you'll get this white border with a slight shadow so it stands out a little bit more. So I've added the rest of my images to the other slides. And now for the fun part, we're gonna go back to the first slide, click on Insert, then on Zoom, and on Slide Zoom. Holding Shift on your keyboard, you're going to select all of these slides and click on Insert. And we'll have these thumbnails right here. Next, click on Zoom Tools, and we'll go to Zoom Border and select No Outline. And then select each of these thumbnails and click on Zoom Background. That way we'll get rid of the predefined white background from the slides. And then let's just start placing them all over your folder with no particular order, and you can be as creative as you want. There isn't a way to get rid of the zoom background for all of them at the same time, so unfortunately you have to do that manually for each of them. But once you're done with the process, you should have something like this. If you want to add another layer to your design, you can add more images with transparent backgrounds like this paintbrush, for example, or this tape PNG that I got from Google Images. This will make it look more real and will add a lot of depth to your design. I even added a sunflower right here. And just like that, our design is done. So just have a look at the zoom effect. It looks amazing and it was so easy to create. I use Vincent van Gogh as an example, but of course you can use any person that you like, or even for a presentation about yourself. Next, I'm going to show you how you can apply that same effect to create this amazing timeline in PowerPoint, which works great if you need to showcase a timeline of events. But first, I have to show you something because Monday.com just got a massive upgrade that I need to tell you about. They just added AI agents and they can do a lot for your business. From summarizing meetings, scheduling calls, analyzing risks, or pretty much anything you want them to do by defining your own tasks. Don't believe me? Have a look. On Monday.com, on the left-hand side, you have an option called AI agents. You can start from one of the predefined templates down at the bottom, or write your own instructions in the prompt chat of what kind of agent you'd like to create. For example, as a content creator, it's very important to continue creating content that's always on trend. But it's difficult to keep up with the trends to identify what my audience is watching. So I'll create a trending video spotter who scans YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok search trends related to PowerPoint, Canva, and presentation tools, and logs top 5 ideas daily. That way I'll know what's trending without me having to watch a ton of videos. Next, you can define a name and an avatar. I'll go with this one. So here are the tasks that it will do. It will scan YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok daily for trending search topics related to PowerPoint, Canva, and presentation tools. It will identify top 5 trending video ideas each day based on popularity, engagement, and relevance. It will log in each idea with its platform, trend title, and a brief description into a Monday.com board or document, and it will run this process daily so I'll always have fresh, up-to-date content inspiration. In just a few minutes, my AI agent is set up. Every day, I'll have a report of top trending videos related to my niche. If I close it and and go to the left hand side to my boards, now I have this one with every video organized, a description of why it's trending, the platform, and a link to the video so I can watch it. And this will be updated every single day. This is just a sample of something you could do with Monday.com's AI agents, but there is so much more. It can send emails, analyze content, schedule calls, and more. If you want to try it out, the link is in the description box of this video. Okay, so for the second one, we're gonna start by changing the background color to black. Next, we're gonna add an image, right click on it and click on Format Picture. And here we'll go to Soft Edges and increase its size. Let's also click on the image icon here, then on Transparency and increase the transparency slightly. And now holding Alt on your keyboard, you can make it larger and move it to the bottom like this. And then you'll have some space for your title right here. For this slide, I'm using the font Anton for the title, and I'm using Times New Roman bold italic for the subtitle. Okay, so now duplicate the slide with Ctrl D, and on this slide, let's get rid of everything so we only have a black background. And here you can simply add two text boxes, one for a date and another one for the description of the event that happened in that date. For these text boxes, I'm using the font Anton for the date, and I'm using the font Avenir Bold for the description. Next, you'll need to repeat the process with all of the dates from your timeline. And then let's go back to the first slide, click on Insert, then on Zoom, and then on Slide Zoom. Holding Shift on your keyboard, select all of your dates and click on Insert. For these ones, let's go to Zoom Tools, then click on Zoom Border and select No Outline. And let's also make them a little bit smaller like this. Then we'll move all of them to the left and your last date to the right like this. So now if you select all of your thumbnails, you can go to Shape Format, click on Align, then on Distribute Horizontally, and then on Align again, and click Align to Top. And that way, all of our dates are perfectly aligned. To get rid of the black background from the dates, you simply need to click on each thumbnail, then go to Zoom Tools and click on Zoom Background. And repeat the process for every single thumbnail that you have on your slide. Next, let's go to Shapes, select Align, and holding Shift on your keyboard, you're gonna drag it all the way to the right of the slide like this. I'll quickly align it and then right click on it, click Format Shape, and here let's reduce the width of the stroke to 0.75 and the color to white. On Begin Arrow Type, let's select this one right here, and finally let's click on the last date, go to Zoom Tools and click on Return to Zoom. That way, when we get to the last date, it will go back to this slide. So now on slideshow mode, we'll have something like this, which is a great way to present your information if you need to set up a timeline. The last idea works great if you have a map and you need to showcase different regions or sections of that map, and it will even be interactive as well. And we're gonna start by adding an image of a map. And I got this one from Google Images, so just make sure that it covers the entire area of the slide like this. And on this slide, we're gonna add our title. So for this text, I'm using the font Trajan Pro, which is a very popular font and you can find it online. Next, like in the previous example, we're gonna add a new blank slide, and here you can add as many as you like. I'm going to start with 3. Let's go to the second slide. And here we're going to start adding images of different locations. So for example, my first image will be King's Landing because this is a presentation about Game of Thrones. And I'll also add a golden PNG banner that I found on Google Images. That way I can add my text to this banner so it stands out. I've repeated the process for the rest of my slides. And then let's go back to the first slide, click on Insert, then on Zoom, and on Slide Zoom. Holding Shift on your keyboard, select these 3 slides and click on Insert. For these ones, let's go to Zoom Tools and select this option with shadow right here. Next, I'll make them a little bit smaller and let's just move them to the area where they belong in the map. So King's Landing belongs over here, for example. A very important step is to click on Zoom Tools and then toggle on the Return to Zoom option. You'll have to do this for every single thumbnail that you added to the map. So when you're on slideshow mode, you can click on that particular area and it will take you there. And if you click on it again, it will take you back to the map. That way you can make your slides more interactive and they will look great for your presentation. So that's it. That's 3 different ways that you can use the zoom effect in PowerPoint to create amazing presentations that look interactive and cinematic like these ones. You can download these exact same slides from the link in the description box of this video, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok for more PowerPoint tutorials. I'll see you next time.